I was surprised to see that Oblivion was so poorly reviewed. Some say that it suffers from pacing issues or that it's boring. But I love the thoughtful way that it opens. How the Tet hovers over the earth with the universal logo. Or the way the opening moves like turning the pages of a book. And the time the film spends with its landscapes and systems. Oblivion is set in a future dystopia where a war between aliens and man has made the Earth an almost barren wasteland. According to Jack and Victoria, they are some of the last humans on Earth, staying behind to fix the drones that help protect the Hydra rigs, which store power to be used for the colonization of Titan, one of Saturn's moons. The film makes its world feel intimate and well-defined. We learn all the vehicles Jack uses, the routine of his world, the way a drone operates, what sound it makes when it's hurt, what sound it makes when it's active. Even before we see it attack, we perceive how dangerous it is. I love the fundamental differences between Jack and his teammate Victoria, and the ways that is communicated to the audience. Jack almost dies, but he doesn't tell her.
What happened? I lost you for a second.
Really?
He fixes a drone with gum and ignores her question.
Hold on, what'd you just do?
It's a wall of linebackers closing in on him.
He deliberately goes off calm when she asks him to stay online. It's obvious that there are things Victoria wouldn't accept or understand. But their connection is well established despite their differences. The first time I saw the film, I really bought into how much Victoria cared for Jack. I like to believe that, in her other life, she really did love him. Because there's just so much there. Even when Jack disobeys her and breaks protocol, which is completely unthinkable in Victoria's eyes, she still cares for him. She still tries to help him.
I know we're low on drones, but requesting one to sweep the area.
And despite everything Jack learns, he still tries to help her.
Why don't you come down with me to the surface? We could go right now.
There's a romanticism in Oblivion to its own past. The past in Oblivion is covered in ruin, but there's an earnest longing for what it represents. A sentiment that is echoed by the audience for how the concepts or items presented make us feel. Like a moment from a remarkable game. Or a poem about our history. Or a painting, Christina's World, that the film's characters admire. The artwork invites the viewer not only to view it through the character's lens, but their own. They could look up the painting online and read other people's interpretations of it.
These are design features that communicate a feeling of serenity immediately, without us even knowing why at first.
But there's so much open space surrounding the painting's presentation that the viewer is invited to make their own opinion about what the work means to the film, and even what the work means to the viewer themselves. When I look at Christina's World, I think there is a yearning there. The woman's direction and shriveled hands are pointed towards the house that, like home for the characters in the film, seems very far away. These are specific visual cues to advance the story, but they are also elements that allow the viewer to reconnect with our own history, to our own humanity. There's often a human quality to science fiction. Many entries in the genre have far-fetched stories, and we sometimes need a relatable character to follow.
Wait a minute, what are you talking about recruits?
Or in the case of Oblivion, a relatable emotion. Jack has had his memory wiped, but the memories of his wife are still there. There's this idea in Oblivion and other science fiction that love is so powerful that it can't be erased. It's an idea that, no matter how much we change as a people and a society, that there will still be some truths that we can hold on to. That, even if emotions are outlawed, that we would still feel.
Keep loving me no matter what I say, what I feel or don't feel. I'm still in here trying, okay? I'm still in here.
That even as technology advances, we will still search for ways to love. That even if our creations succeeded us, that they would still yearn to feel.
Thank you.
Honey, you can go anywhere you want in the world now. Where do you want to go first?
That even in our most distant future, we will be capable of love.
Would I be pretty?
Yes, you would. Very pretty.
That love can traverse anything, even dimensions yet unknown.
But I knew you'd come back.
How?
Because my dad promised me.
That even in loss, our love will find a way to live on. That our love can be so strong, we will try to circumvent death.
Together we will live forever. Forever.
That even if we were confined and parts of us were stripped away, that our hearts would break free. That we would risk the whole world and everyone in it for the person we love. That people from different worlds can still fall in love. That our love is so strong that it waits at the forefront of our minds, waiting to manifest itself.
Как ты жил все это время? Ты любил кого-нибудь?
Не знаю.
Обо мне ты помнил?
Помню, но не всегда.
That if we had the means, we would hold on to our love, no matter the cost.
You said we'd be together! You said we'd grow old together!
I'll come back for you. I promise.
That even science can't trump a feeling that we have, a connection.
You know, you will think of things, and I'll get bored with you and feel trapped because that's what happens with me.
Okay.
That love can save us all. Oblivion, and science fiction like it that has come before, roots its believability in the notion that we feel for each other. That love is a powerful feeling that will cross time and space and logic. That no matter our future, love will always be there for us. Give us hope. Keep our souls full. And remind us that, no matter our horizon, that our love is what makes us human.